with a fresh approach. www.999wefm.com. WeFM News online on demand.
Good afternoon and welcome to WEFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited.
Family fun days are here. Now is the time for movie marathons, tasty treats, and outdoor fun. At Courts, we have the TVs, appliances, grills, pools, and more to make your home the place to be. Get it all today with no cash when you shop with Courts Ready Finance. Family fun days are on now. Get what you need at Courts, bringing value home. Offer ends July 23rd. Conditions apply.
Welcome back to WEFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited. I am your presenter, Rajiv Providence. First, on the local scene, Minister of Agriculture Subotu Caesar has continued his call for Vincentians to support local products amid the current global financial challenges brought on by the conflict between Russia and Ukraine. Minister Caesar, during a call to WEFM's Activated Morning program, said there are numerous benefits to be derived by substituting certain imported items with others produced right here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We'll hear more from the Agriculture Minister. The minister pointed out that a top talking point of many leaders in the region and all over the world is that food security due to the knock-on effects of the Russia-Ukraine conflict. Caesar said that as the conflict continues, the price of certain products will continue to rise. Active cases of COVID-19 in St. Vincent and the Grenadines have risen to 115 following the report of 21 new cases of COVID-19 and 10 recoveries. Of the new cases reported, 17 are rapid antigen cases, while the other 4 are PCR cases. COVID-19 hospitalizations, according to the Ministry of Health, Wellness and the Environment's COVID-19 update for Tuesday, July 12th, currently stand at 7. Of the patients admitted for care, 2 are fully vaccinated and 5 are unvaccinated. There were no new COVID-19 deaths confirmed by the ministry's update, which leaves SVG's COVID-19 death toll at 114. 8 of the deceased were fully vaccinated, 1 was partially vaccinated, and 105 were unvaccinated. 30,952 people have received 2 doses of the COVID-19 vaccine, while 3,941 COVID-19 booster shots have been administered. Since March of 2020, there have been 9,183 COVID-19 cases reported here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Still on the local scene, police have arrested and charged 15-year-old Kamisha Haynes of Richmond Hill with the offense of wounding. According to an official release from the Public Relations and Complaints Department of the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force, Haynes allegedly unlawfully and maliciously wounded an 18-year-old female of Diamond by stabbing her about her body with an unknown object. The release states that the incident occurred at Little Tokyo, Kingstown, at about 4:40 p.m. on January 31st, 2022. Haynes is expected to appear before the Kingstown Magistrate Court to answer the charge. On to news in the region. The government of Grenada has announced that the repayment of docked salaries to teachers will be done at the end of this month. The salaries of teachers who were involved in protest action back in 2018 were docked. Speaking at the first post-cabinet media briefing since the Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell-led administration was elected to office, Grenada's Education Minister David Andrew announced that this month, end July 2022, the docked salaries to the tune of around $1.2 million will be paid to persons who he said were unduly docked their salaries. He explained the refund will be processed one day after the regular processing of payments, noting normal salaries are processed on July 21st, which means July 22nd will be the additional processing of the docked salaries. He said this is happening so both payrolls would be sent to the respective financial institutions for disbursement on July 26th. This means by July 28th, the repayment of docked salaries should be available for persons in their accounts. The education minister said it is not going to be the practice of the government to have an adversarial climate with its workers. The United Nations World Food Programme, WFP, donated inflatable boats and motors to be used as part of the national response to severe flooding in Suriname, which has affected at least 6,000 people in assessed areas. Last May, the president of Suriname, Chan Santoki, made an appeal for assistance after he declared several districts as disaster areas for a period of 90 days. The WFP equipment will help the government of Suriname to reach impacted communities, particularly those areas that are more difficult to access, addressing pressing logistics constraints. The WFP contribution was made possible by support from the USAID Bureau of Humanitarian Assistance. WFP joined the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency, SEDEMA, CARICOM, and the sister UN agencies on the ground in Suriname to support the National Coordination Center for Disaster Relief, which is leading the national response and is focused on getting much-needed items to affected districts. The logistics of the relief operation incorporates land, riverine, and air transportation to ensure that supplies reach all of the impacted areas. On the international scene, South African police have arrested 3 people in connection with the deaths of 21 teenagers at an East London tavern last month. They died mysteriously after collapsing, and police are still investigating the cause. The victims were found strewn across the floors and tables. The suspects, including the Enyubeni tavern owner, were detained in connection with allegedly selling alcohol to underage children. The Liquor License Board filed a complaint with the police following the deaths. The owner of Enyubeni, aged 52, is due to appear in court next week, while 2 of his employees have been given the option of paying a fine of $120 for allegedly selling alcohol to people under the age of 18. The other 2 people who were arrested are aged 33 and 34. The youngest of the victims, who were at a party to celebrate the end of mid-year exams, was aged just 13 and the oldest was 17. The minimum drinking age in South Africa is 18. And finally, in sports, Leeds United forward Rafinha is close to a move to Barcelona. Head coach Jesse Marsch has confirmed. The deal for the 25-year-old Brazil playmaker is reportedly worth an initial 58 million euros. I'm hopeful for him to get his deal done because I know it's his dream to play for Barcelona, Marsch said during the club's tour of Australia. In 2 seasons at Ellen Road, he played in 65 Premier League games, scoring 17 goals and providing 12 assists. The player looked set for a move to Chelsea before Barcelona expressed interest in him. Premier League sides Arsenal and Spurs were also understood to have been keen on the former Rennes player, but his preferred choice has always been the Catalan club. This has been WEFM's Midday News. I have been your presenter, Rajiv Providence. Join us again at 3 p.m. for WEFM's 3 p.m. News. WEFM's Midday News is brought to you with the kind compliments of Courts, St. Vincent Limited.
Sensational savings are here this summer at Courts Optical. Get a free pair of designer sunglasses with your glasses purchase. Now that's sensational. Free sunglasses and your glasses, and you can get it all with no cash. Choose from our flexible credit terms from 3 to 24 months to repay. At Courts Optical, the savings are sensational. You don't want to miss these deals. Conditions apply. See in store for details. Courts Optical. Value you can see.
The flavor nice. It's local.